Let's start with what just happened at the corner of Tony and Trevor in the early morning hours today. 48 hours after it was reported the Padres were having money problems, we now find out the Seidler family has put the franchise up for sale. We're going to walk through a whole bunch of different angles, and then I'm going to ask you a specific question right at the end after you listen to what we have to say. Peter Seidler bought this team for $800 million from John Moores. John Moores, of course, had bought it out of near bankruptcy. Padres have gone through a wide variety of owners. This man, this family, unbelievable impact. I call him St. Peter for all the things that Peter Seidler meant. But he passed on. At the end of the day, the Seidler family immediately said, we will continue to own this franchise, operate this franchise, because that's what he wanted, and we will continue at the payroll level that we've had. And now we find out there's a for sale sign out front, Petco Park. Why? Non-baseball family operating a baseball franchise. Peter's passion has not been duplicated by his brothers, nor with their expertise in baseball, nor from his widow. Price tag is going to be huge. So why not cash out at this point in time? Now that's devastating, considering what the last 5 years of Padre baseball at Petco Park has been. It's really been special. The franchise at this hour, I am told, is valued at $2.1 billion. The franchise has about $458 million this past year revenue streams. That puts them at 16th out of the 30 baseball teams. We are a mid-market, despite the fact the Seidler leadership has allowed this franchise to spend mega payrolls in excess of $200 million. Now, at the end of the day, there are issues that come with whoever's going to buy this franchise. There's $300 million in debt that is still hanging around the neck of the franchise by virtue of the way Peter Seidler allowed A.J. Preller to spend and operate the franchise. On top of that, they owe a chunk of money. I was told it's $150 million for multiple cash calls over the last couple of years to the other owners because they kept coming up cash flow short. There is still a reality with Padre baseball that they're only getting a minute share of the amount of TV money they should be getting because of the collapse of the regional sports network. At one point, they were getting $60 million per year. I was told it's south of $30 million per year. That's a lot of annual TV money they're not getting that other major league teams are. So I'm going to ask the question at this hour. What is your emotion, Padre fans? Do you say thank you to the Seidler family for what Peter did and what the family has carried on? I mean, we've had record-setting attendance, record-setting revenue, record TV ratings. Do you say thank you for making Petco Park a destination point? Do you just accept it because the time is right for a non-baseball family to cash its chips in and sell the franchise? Or do you feel betrayed because now we're going back to the same old, and now there's risk because a great unknown comes in? Last franchises that were sold, the Orioles and Tampa Bay both sold for $1.7 billion. Neither has been in the great state that Padre baseball is right now. Remember, this franchise drew $3.43 million, been to the playoffs 4 times in the last 6 years, but has a massive debt and has not gotten to the World Series. So what is the fans' response? From my heart, I feel really saddened. From my heart, great ownership. From my heart, I do understand it's all business, and it's always been about business. From my heart, Peter Seidler is equal to John Moores, equal to Ray Kroc. Kroc saved the franchise from going to Washington, D.C. in the 1970s when he passed Joan Kroc, ran it, and I thought stood for a lot of positive things. John Moores bought the team through troubled times. John Moores, Larry Lucchino got to the World Series, got Petco Park built. So we have to remember the greatness downtown on the Gaslamp right now is a direct result of the bravado of Larry Lucchino and the business brilliance of John Moores. And in terms of Peter Seidler, we wouldn't be here today without his big vision, You may say slay the dragon and all that. At the end of the day, he spent like nobody ever spent before. It is odd, though, that at the end of the day, and I'll never forget this, because I was at a press conference there, and the Padre front office brass acted really badly. The minute after the first year of spending sprees, Seidler, Preller, people start to ask the question, you're doing this in a mid-sized market? There's no sustainability. And the Padres melted down at the national media, the local media, talk show radio for even bringing up that word. Well, at the end of the day, here we are 5 years later, and obviously the word sustainability now comes back up. High payroll, mid-sized market, obviously taking a big hit with the loss of the TV rights fees. But at the end of the day, Peter Seidler did what nobody expected to do and got real close before he passed on. So if I'm looking to put up statues at Petco Park, Ray Kroc, John Moores, Peter Seidler. Feel bad that they might be exiting, might be leaving. Don't know what's coming down the road, but there's a lot of value to this franchise at this point in time in this marketplace. They are the Towns team, the only Towns team. So I think whoever comes in the door, if they come in the door and operate it correctly at this payroll level, there'll be changes, obviously. I think in front office there always are. If they can operate it at this level, the greatness of Padre baseball, as we've learned to like and appreciate downtown at the corner of Tony and Trevor, will be really cool. I'm asking you, Fans Forum chat box is open. Your opinion, what's your emotion? What's your feel right now? Do you honor that legacy? Do you feel betrayed because of what's about to happen? Or do you look to the horizon and say, great opportunity because you got a great franchise that has been left behind and built by Peter Seidler and his family? John, I said a lot. It's your turn to give me your reaction.
We sort of smelled this, didn't we? I mean, right after the passing of Peter Seidler, the brother takes over. He's not a big baseball guy. You know, we kind of thought this might be coming down the pike. I mean, didn't you?
I said it.
Yeah.
Kind of quietly said it. Was I bothered by the 57% hike in tickets over the last 5 years? Yeah, kind of. I was concerned because it seemed to me that they were walking down the hallway raking in so much revenue, but they were not amping up the payroll further. I was concerned they were taking it to try to eradicate all the debt that was incurred in the first 5 or 6 years when Peter let AJ do what AJ wanted to do, and we didn't get any good results out of it. I guess I was correct on most all things. But that being said, God, look at what we got. Great franchise, unbelievable stadium that has impacted the Gaslamp Quarter and the psyche of the community. So I'm saddened that the Seidlers might be stepping aside and Peter's legacy goes unfulfilled. But at the end of the day, we're in a lot better shape than we were before.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in my opinion, Peter Seidler is the dream fantasy owner. You know, he's not only a great guy, and he not only finances the team to the point you would expect, but he exceeds your expectation. The dude digs in his pocket, wants to have a championship. I mean, there's no better owner, I don't think, in the world of sports than Peter Seidler was. We were blessed. I'm surprised that, given the Seidler relationship with the O'Malley family, you know, that's their upline, that there aren't other family baseball people that might want to take it over. But you can't blame new guy John Seidler from saying, you know what, this isn't my expertise. I can probably get a better return on investment if I move my asset over here. But now Padre fans are terrified, you know, that we're going to go back to the fire sale John Werner era. We're going to go back to some guy that's going to buy it on layaway. And we're going to go back to Kansas City Royal payroll levels. I mean, what do you think?
At this point, I don't know. But there's a lot of money out there. There are a lot of people now that I understand that baseball has had a rebirth. A lot of people look at San Diego really differently. It's America's finest city. Now with a huge baseball following, baseball tradition, and they own the market. I think there's great value here. Now, is the value $2 billion? Is that going to be the next top price tag ever for a franchise? Remains to be seen. But I think there are rich people out there. Now, will the rich people come in and continue to spend? I would assume so. If you're going to spend $2 billion on a franchise, you're not going to run a fire sale operation. Will they come in and hire the right baseball people? That's a bit of a roll of the dice and a gamble going forward.
Is there any risk they could move?
No, not at all. They're locked in long-term at Petco Park. And why would you leave this market?
Well, there's a lot of expansion cities that there's already some chat here about Portland and Vancouver. Yeah, everyone's kind of stirring the pot, Lee.
No stadiums in those places that I know of yet. No baseball tradition. Why would you leave a place that you now own? It's a standalone franchise in this market.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it'd be awful if they moved, but I think Padre fans have been burned so many times, they're assuming the worst.
You have not been burned the last 5 years, have you? No.
Yeah, well, have you been to a World Series yet? That's usually your lie. But as a fan,
No.
this is the best era in Padre history, no question.
So that's where we are. Fans Forum chat box is open. What is your emotion at this hour? We just walked through every conceivable angle to this sale. Add something to the conversation. Just be clear, concise, right to the point.